Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing Plasma. Oh, you might notice I have something in the sky and something on the drop pod. Actually, several somethings on the drop pod. I went ahead and I did some work without you. I know, it's sad, but it was, I don't know about tedious, but it was work. So now I have these 4 doors. And, well, we'll talk about those 4 doors and, well, right now. So let's grab this, and I have these 4 posts. So we're gonna grab this, and so you know we have the range. It turns the thrusters on when it gets to there, and hopefully it hampers the fall of the thing. I don't know if this actually does anything or not, but it's cool, so I'm leaving it in. But this one is much more useful, maybe? Better word anyway, but at a certain distance it's going to check the range. If it's below it's in 0, within it's 25, and above is 90. So the lower limit is 5, the upper limit is 20. So above 20 meters, these hinges, it's going to relay to all these hinges. Target rotation is going to be 90. If it's within 5 and 20, it's going to be 25, which I haven't really worked that out yet. And if it's below 5 meters, it's going to be 0. It is below 5 meters right now. So let's go ahead and grab this and move upwards with it. And you can see it hit 20 meters or 5 meters. And now that is hit the appropriate number of meters, 20. Oh, by the way, I arbitrarily chose 50 meters as a point for dropping. 50 meters is the upper limit for a distance finder, it looks like. So let's drop you and grab you real quick, because I have to show this off first. Move you over here. I have created a drop room. I'm calling it a drop room. It has an arm with a camera, and you can turn the camera on. Ooh, so you can watch stuff drop. And it has a button to drop stuff. And I have a little warning bar here to tell me where center is. And I have a light and a door, but the door can't open because there's no controls for it. Then I have this guy. Oh, come up here. That is a separator. It has no outputs. Let's see. Separator. It's experimental. Allows you to detach components at runtime. So let's say we stuck this cube on it. And let's take a look here. The drop button, when pressed, it separates the separator. So we're going to turn our camera on. And we're going to watch here. Click, and it drops it. Then we can watch it fall on the drop camera. Whee! Then we will get rid of our cube just to keep things nice and tidy. And so I'm going to use this to simulate a drop from a spaceship. So we're going to grab you. Oh, no, not you. I think it was this one I would grab. That and... no. I want it to be there, but it can't be like there. Upside down, so we have to de-upside downify it. But not that way. Not that way. Come on, work with me, not against me. Down a little. Yeah, down a little. There we go. Alright, I have to fiddle with it a bit. But now, when I undo that, I have this here, and I can click the button and drop it and watch it drop. And see how all this works. Now, these hinge door thingies, they originally were supposed to be like air brakes, was my intent. But I don't really know how aerodynamics work, or even if they have proper air resistance and all that jazz. So they probably won't work as air brakes, but they do work great as self-riders. Because even when I've had this thing hit and land on its side, because it hit wrong, these doors have enough force to pull the whole thing up back on top of itself. So let's drop it and look in the camera. It bounces, and then the little arms, flaps, whatever, they keep it from doing too bad. Ow. That also leads me to my next thing. I don't want these magnets anymore. Oh, I tried doing a magnet drop, but the magnets weren't strong enough to hold all this. So there we go. I want... This is just a drone 3, I think. But since I tried the separators before, this will be a more secure way to hold my parts. We're going to call this drone separator. Enter to save the name. Enter to save the name. There we go. It's a drone separator. We're gonna grab you and not letting me attach it. Oh, it's letting me attach that though. Oh, cool. It's upside down. And things that are glued to themselves can't be, or a device does not have self-collision. So we're gonna turn you on. I can see, oh, where are you, red light? Let's set you to gamepad 1. Yep, gamepad 1 is working. This is just purely to see, because it's glued there upside down. I want a button. Oh, there's a button. We'll use this triangle button right there. And it wobbles a bit. I'm assuming that's because of the joints there. More than one controller, because now I have the controller on the drone. Now let's grab button triangle and where is it? Drone. Is it advanced? No. Oh, that's advanced. I don't want a magnet. Drone separator. And on release, you separate it. Click and release. It is now glued inside of the device. All right, that is not what I want. I... Oh, that's the top. I don't want the top. I want the bottom. Unless we do this. You, come here. Come down to here. Make you small and make you... Oh, make you... Stop that. Then we're going to grab you, and put you right there. Now, can I grab my drone body? Glue it right to that, like that. Let's try this. No, it doesn't like that at all. All right, so let's... There's not a way I can just glue it to the specific point on the phone. So where's it trying to actually go? Trying to go inside the GPS track. Oh, it's trying to go center. All right, so let's just readjust stuff. The GPS tracker doesn't need to be that big or right there. I think you go right there. Now, Drop it and... Ah, there we go. It cannot reattach without me physically reattaching it. But that's not a problem because it doesn't have to reattach. There is no return feature on this drop pod. It's purely a pod of droppings. Probably should rephrase that. I can take off. Awesome. All right. So that solves that. And so we're going to hit F6 on this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Grab you. Pull you out. F6 on this. Oh, you're a drone 4. Think 0.0.4. Is that what it was supposed to be? My drones. A 0.0.4. Ah, close enough. 6 0.0.4. There we go. All right. So there we have that problem solved. So let's solve another one. How are we going to glue this rovery thing? There. I want it to be on this bottom connection part. And let's see. That's the front end of it. Let's grab a separator. I don't, it's not going to be perfectly square like that, or flat on top. Unless I do something like that, and we take him down, and no, I don't want that. Because what I would like to do with him is set a camera. And in fact, let's just go ahead and do that. Set one of these here, and a block. Take him down just a bit, and then grab a camera. Grab a camera, and probably some lights. Not that way. Dopey. Ah, we're gonna do the deal with the lights later. And then I would like to be able to use the L and R buttons to move the camera on the motor. I'll have a magnet or floodlights anymore. Transceiver B. I ripped all this stuff off, didn't I? Yeah, I left the smoke emitter. Oh, but that means I have to rebind the smoke emitter. Ah, I want this camera to be able to rotate, is what I'm saying. We're gonna figure that out later. We can do that, though. All right, is that centered? It looks centered to me, so then we can grab a separator and put its center there. And we're gonna grab you and call you Rover. Rover separator. And we're going to grab that button and go Rover. Rover separator to release to separate the rover. And grab you by the camera. Come on, I want to be able to stop moving. Stop it. There we go. Oh, get over here. There we go. And then we should be able to then grab ye old drone. Grab ye old drone. And glue him right there for right now. Up on the separator, please. There we go. I should be able to hit the button. It drops the rover with enough room for him to come straight out. Awesome. And getting back in should not be even a vague concern, because getting back in is not going to be a issue, I don't think. Uh-oh. That's going to be a problem. The motor. And also, you want to rename this camera to Rover camera. Alright, so let's save this world, because now we're going to start adding duplicate stuff. Forward max speed. Because it's not a servo, I can't control its speed anyway. Now we're gonna get rid of ye ol' button, then come back. Oh, come back to ye ol' controller. Get rid of the button and the rover separator for right now. And then we are going to grab, I believe it was you, and fly up to the sky. Ooh. Plonk you down. Right there. Those should close because we are too high. All right, so now we have the rover and the drone in the drop pod. Let's see if they survive. Yeah, those thrusters don't do anything. I guess they're not burning long enough, and but they probably don't have enough power. All right, yeah, it looks like everything has. Looks like everything has survived the drop. And that is sufficient for what I want to do with this drop pod. I know we could probably get it and fine tune it and all that, but for my immediate needs, this will do. Except it does need well, it does have a transceiver. It needs a transceiver for dropping the drone and the rover. And we'll deal with all that later. Awesome. All right, so this weekend, when I play, next time I see you, and probably afterwards, we're going to be working with trying to get everything, the controllers working right. So the drone and the rover probably have a dial or a switch to switch between their controls, and all that fun stuff. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been Plasma. I keep wanting to say Starmade, but I will dig you cats later.